climate change and a bizarre reversal of weather conditions, ships get stuck in Arctic ice as the area freezes over in this bizarre reversal. Dozens of ships have become grounded in 12-inch thick ice after an earlier than expected deep freeze that takes place in the Russian Arctic. Russian media reports indicate that at least 24 ships were caught off guard. They were just off the Russian coast along the risky Northern Sea route. The shipping route cuts through the polar circle along Russian Arctic coasts, where forecasters expected clear passage throughout the month. Well, that's not the case. Recent years have seen the sea route stay open longer than usual as a result of warmer weather and climate change, especially in the Arctic. The Northern Sea Route operators consequently believed this year would be no different than the previous years. They were surprised to see ice had already formed across the Laptev Sea and East Siberian Sea by late October. Officials in Russia have now reportedly launched search and rescue operators, sending 2 nuclear icebreakers to free these vessels stuck up in ice to about 11.8 inches at 30 centimeters thick. But there are fears some of these ships could remain grounded for months stuck in there until the spring thaw. According to the Russian newspaper Vedomosti, an insider at the state-owned nuclear power company Rosatom said the weather has changed dramatically. The source described recent weather reports as inaccurate after ship operators were told the route was only covered with light snow. Well, that's not the case, obviously. So these grounded Russian ships making the North Passage took the weather forecast, which was wrong. Now, Alexei Likachev, Director General Rosatom, was also quoted by Neft Gas saying the early ice formation was caused by wildfires in Siberia, which he claimed have cooled temperatures in the Arctic in a bizarre one-off event. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. So he claims that the Russian wildfires caused this bizarre event. He also said ice had formed along the route 2 weeks earlier than predicted for the first time in 7 years. The Neft-Gas report indicates 24 trapped ships, 8 have already been cleared, sent on their way as of Friday, leaving another 16 having to be rescued. Another among the trapped vessels are said to be cargo ships and also 2 oil tankers. The Northern Sea Route serves as a vital connection between Europe, Russia, and the outside world, as it drastically cuts the amount of time spent at sea. The ship traveling through this polar circle from Northern Europe to Japan, for example, can slash its journey by 2 weeks compared to a trip through the Suez Canal in Egypt. Operators now fear the delays are going to disrupt vital deliveries of food and other essential goods to the Russian Far East. The first vessel to ever cross this route only did so in 2017, completing a 6.5-day journey. That's all it takes. Now, the liquid natural gas tanker Christophe de Marguerite traveled from Norway to South Korea, carrying supplies of natural gas. Russian President Putin congratulated the ship's crew on their daring adventure, saying, "This is a big event in the opening up of the Arctic." The ship's owners, the Russian firm Sovcomflot, said that at the time of a fleet of 15 ice-breaking tankers would move through the Northern Sea route. Spokesman Bill Spear said previously there was only a window of navigation from our summer to autumn, but these ships will be able to sail westwards from Sabeta, which is the Yamal energy port, all year round, and eastward from July to December. Before, the Northern Sea route was only open for 4 months, and you have to have icebreakers, so it's a significant development. However, due to the effect of global warming and melting ice in the Arctic, scientists estimate the sea route will stay open for longer periods. A 2015 report by Dutch Bureau for Economic Policy said a consequence of melting Arctic ice caps is the commercial viability of the Northern Sea route connecting Northeast Asia with Northwestern Europe. He said this will represent a sizable reduction in shipping distances and a decrease in the average transportation days by around 1/3 compared to the currently used southern sea route through Suez. And this is on Express UK by Sebastian Ketley. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.